Hello everyone, the question says that in the figure shown, what is the current in ampere drawn from the battery? You are given R1 is 15 ohm, R2 is 10 ohm, R3 is 20, R4 5, R5 is 25, R6 is 30 ohm, E is 15 volt. So in this question I have to find out the current drawn from battery. So let us suppose the current drawn from battery is I. Now first we consider this R3, R4 and R5 are in series. Since R3, R4 and R5 and R5 are in series. So first we will solve this resistance by simple method. So here resistance cross 3, 4 and 5 will become resistance cross 2 is 10 ohm, resistance cross 3 is 20 ohm and resistance cross 3 is 20 ohm and resistance cross 4 is 5 ohm and resistance cross 5 is 25. So we get it will become 50 ohm. Hence this will become 50 ohm. Now this resistance and this resistance are in parallel. So we can say resistance 3, 4, 5 is parallel with resistance 2. So we get resistance cross 2, 3, 4, 5. So now this resistance R2 is 10. So 10 into 50 divided upon 10 plus 50. We used formula R1 R2 divided upon R1 plus R2. So we get it will become 500 divided upon 60. That is equal to 25 divided upon 3 ohm. Now this resistance R1 and this resistance, new resistance and this resistance are in series. So we can say resistance R1 plus resistance cross 2, 3, 4, 5 plus resistance 6 all are in series. So we get R net. So now substitute the value of R1 is 15 ohm. R1 is 15 ohm and this resistance is 25 divided upon 3 and R6 is 30. Now on solving this equation by taking LCM of 3. So we get it will become 45, it will become 25 and it will become 90. Now on solving this equation we get R net equals to 5 and 5 0. So 5 and 2. So it will become 70 plus 90 divided upon 3. So we get it will become 160 divided upon 3 ohm. Hence R net is 160 divided upon 3 ohm. Now E is 15 volt. Now using Ohm's law. So according to Ohm's law V equals to IR. According to Ohm's law V equals to IR. So current I will become V divided upon R. V is 15 and R is 160 into 3. Now on solving we get it will become 45 divided upon 160. Now on solving this equation we get it will become 5 9s are 45 and 5 3s are 15 and 5 2s are 10. So 9 upon 32, that is option C. Hence option C is right. I hope you understood this explanation. Thank you. Hello everyone, the question says that in a Wheatstone bridge, see figure, resistance P and Q are approximately equal. When a resistance R 400 ohm bridge is balanced on its interchanging. So on its interchanging P and Q, the value of R for the balance is 405. The value of X is close to. Now initially we have given, so first we will write initially the ratio of P and Q is R1 divided upon X. So this is our first equation. Now after interchanging, so after interchange P and Q, after interchange P and Q, so we get Q divided upon P will be equals to R2 upon X. So it is our second equation. Now from first and second equation, so we have multiply both. So we get P upon Q into Q upon P. Q will cancel out, P will also cancel out, and here we get R1 across R2 divided upon X square. Now on solving this equation X, we get root of R1 R2. So value of R1 is 400 and value of R2 is 405. Square root of this, so this value will be nearly equal to x equals to 402.5 ohm. So it is our answer. I hope you understood this explanation. Thank you.
Hello everyone, welcome to the video. So our today's question is, in the given circuit, the cells have zero internal resistance. The currents in passing through resistance R1 and R2 respectively are. So in this question, we have to calculate the total current passing through resistance R1 and resistance R2. So let us consider the different potentials at the junctions. So we have to find since this is a conducting wire and negative terminal is considered as 0, so let us suppose this is 0 volts and this will be at 10 volts. Okay, the potential at this junction will be 10 volt because this is connected to a positive terminal. Again, seeing other junctions, then this will also be at 0 volt, this will also be at 0 volt, and this will also be a 0 volt because this is connected to one terminal, that is negative terminal, and this portion is also connected to another negative terminal. So this junction will also be at 0 voltage. So we have to calculate now the current passing through 20 ohms. Let us suppose the I1 current is passing through 20 ohms. So to calculate the value of current, we should know the equation, that is 10 minus IR1 is equals to 0, because the initial voltage is 10 volt, the drop voltage will be IR1, that is I into 20 ohm, and the final voltage is 0. So from here IR1 is equals to 10 volts. So I1 equals to 10 by 20. Our value of R1 is 20. So from here I1 is equals to 0.5 ampere. Okay, now moving forward, if we have to see the value of I2, since at the two ends of the 20 ohm the voltages are 0, that is 0 volts and 0 volt. So if the voltages are 0 or there is no change in the potentials at the two ends of a or a resistor, then no current will pass through it. So value of I2 will be 0. Zero current will flow through it. So that's our final answer. The current passing through R1 is 0.5 ampere, whereas the current passing through R2 is 0 ampere.
क्वेश्चन गिवन है कि फाइंड आउट द वैल्यू ऑफ करंट थ्रू 2 ओम रेसिस्टेंस फॉर द गिवन सर्किट। इस सर्किट में हमारे पास यहाँ पे 2 ओम रेसिस्टेंस दिया हुआ है। अब हमें बताना है कि इस 2 ओम रेसिस्टेंस में कितना करंट फ्लो करेगा। तो ये बहुत ही आसान सा क्वेश्चन है, आप गौर करो। यहाँ पे इस लूप में वैल्यू क्या होगी करंट की, मैं मान ले रहा हूँ कि I1 है। तो ये I1 यहाँ से यहाँ आया, I1 आने के बाद ये वैल्यू I2 मैं मान के चल रहा हूँ कि ये I2 है, और ये कुछ करंट I3 इधर फ्लो कर गया, ये वैल्यू I1 है। तो अब आप गौर करो, ये वैल्यू I2 I1 के ही इक्वल होगा, क्योंकि अगर I2 I1 के इक्वल नहीं होता है तो ये वाली वैल्यू जो है वापस अब कुछ समय के बाद ऐसा होगा कि I2 इस पूरे ब्रांच के थ्रू, इस पूरे लूप के थ्रू फ्लो करने लगेगा, फिर ये कुछ डिस्ट्रीब्यूट होगा, तो फिर ये कुछ वैल्यू कम होगा, फिर ये कुछ नया वैल्यू कुछ कम होगा। ऐसा संभव नहीं होगा। एक लूप में कभी भी करंट का वैल्यू जो है वो सेम ही होता है, कभी वेरिएशन देखने को नहीं मिलता है जब तक कोई कैपेसिटर या फिर इंडक्टर ना लगा हुआ हो। तो इस केस में इस लूप में करंट की वैल्यू जो होगी वो कांस्टेंट ही होगी। तो ये I2 जो है वो और नहीं तो I1 ही होगा। अब मैं इस पॉइंट पे किरचॉफ्स जंक्शन रूल लगाऊंगा, तो मैं क्या लिख सकता हूँ, I1 इज इक्वल टू I2 प्लस I3, ये मैं लिख सकता हूँ। अब I2 पता है कि I1 के ही इक्वल है, I1 इज इक्वल टू I2 को मैं I1 लिख दिया प्लस I3। तो यहाँ से क्या पता चल गया, I3 इज इक्वल टू 0, यानी कि इस लूप के कारण कोई भी करंट इधर फ्लो नहीं कर रहा है, सारा का सारा करंट इस लूप में ही रह जा रहा है जो इस EMF के द्वारा प्रोड्यूस हो रहा था। अब सिमिलर केस बनता है इस वाले ईएमएफ का। इस वाले ईएमएफ का भी वही है, इधर जो करंट फ्लो कर रहा होगा वो वापस यहाँ आएगा और यहाँ से डायरेक्टली इधर चला जाएगा, क्योंकि एक लूप में एक ही करंट हमेशा फ्लो करता है। तो इस साइड कोई करंट फ्लो नहीं हो पाएगा। तो इस ब्रांच में इस पूरे रेसिस्टेंस के थ्रू कोई भी करंट किसी भी हालत में फ्लो नहीं कर पाएगा। तो हमारा फाइनल आंसर क्या हो जाएगा? 0।
Friend, the question is, in the given circuit, it is observed that the current I is independent of the value of resistance R6, then the resistance values must satisfy. There are 4 options given. In this question it is given that in R6 there is no current. Then we can redraw the circuit diagram like this. As you can see in figure that this is R1 and this one is R3 and this is R5. Then we can connect that at this point R1 and R3 are connected, and R6 is this is R6 in which the current is not flowing. So we have mentioned that this is null and this will be R2 and this will be R4. So if we see this diagram, it clears that it is the arrangement of Wheatstone bridge. So we can write that balanced Wheatstone bridge. This is balanced Wheatstone bridge. Students, as we know that in balanced Wheatstone bridge, the ratio of R1 and R2, then we can write that R1 by R2 will be equal to R3 by R4. So we can write that R1 R4 will be equal to R2 R3. So this matches the option C, that is correct. Thank you, friends.
In the circuit, P is not equal to R. The reading of the galvanometer is same with switch S open or closed. Then, so they are saying that this is a circuit where P, Q, R are 3 resistors, and here you have one galvanometer G connected at this point, and along with that a switch S is connected, where the switch S will be either open or closed, but the condition is P and Q are not equal. So if that is the situation, then what condition goes true? Which condition can be applied in this case that they are asking? So here you can see to the circuit, if this switch S has no effect with respect to these resistors, because see to the current flowing from here, the current splits into 2 like this. Okay, I1 and I2. Let us say these two are I1 and I2, where you have a main current I here. Then this I1 current passes through this point resistor P, and here if the switch S is open or closed, it will not flow here, it will flow along this Q. Right? And the same I2, it will flow along the same way along G. Now as you can observe, the current simply flows through G, and from here from P it flows through Q. So as there is no change in the reading of the galvanometer with switches open or closed, so even though if it is open or closed, the galvanometer does not show any change in it. This implies that the bridge is balanced. So you can say that since the galvanometer has no change in reading, whether S is open or closed, which implies that this means that the bridge is balanced. So this means that the bridge is balanced, and you can see when the bridge is balanced, what will be the consequence? You can say that the current through S is 0. So IS will be equal to 0. And when current through S, if it is equal to 0, it means that whatever the current which is flowing across R, the same current will flow across G. So IR will be equal to IG, and whatever the current flows through P, the same current flows along Q also. So IP will be equal to IQ. Now see to the options you have. IR is equal to IG you have. So option 1 is the right answer.
गाइज अगर हम यहाँ पे देखते हैं तो यहाँ पे हमको एक सर्किट गिवन है एंड इसमें जो करंट आई फ्लो हो रहा है उसका वैल्यू को फाइंड करने को बोला है एंड यहाँ हमको 4 ऑप्शन गिवन है, तो इनमें से कौन सा ऑप्शन करेक्ट होगा हमको चूज करना है। तो अगर हम यहाँ पे देखते हैं तो सिंपल यहाँ से करंट आई फ्लो कर रहा है एंड डैट मीन्स यहाँ 30 ओम है, यहाँ भी 30 ओम है, यहाँ भी 30 ओम है। तो अगर हम इसका इक्विवेलेंट अगर सर्किट ड्रॉ करें, डैट मीन्स अगर इस इक्विवेलेंट सर्किट ड्रॉ करें तो कितना होगा, किस टाइप का होगा, कुछ इस टाइप का होगा। मान लेते हैं कि ये जो है 30 ओम है एंड यहाँ 2 वोल्ट का एक बैटरी कनेक्ट है, 2 वोल्ट का, एंड यहाँ से आई करंट फ्लो हो रहा है, सॉरी आई कर रहा है। एंड और क्या बोला है कि ये जो है एक दूसरे के क्या है, सीरीज में। डैट मीन्स हमने यहाँ पे कर दिया, ये कितना है 30 ओम एंड ये भी 30 ओम एंड यहाँ भी 30 ओम। फिर इसका अगर इसका इक्विवेलेंट देखें सर्किट तो कितना होगा, यहाँ 2 वोल्ट एंड यहाँ कितना हो जाएगा, यहाँ पे तो 30 ओम गिवन है, यहाँ कितना है 2 वोल्ट है एंड अगर इसको सॉल्व करें तो कितना हो जाएगा 30 इंटू 30, दोनों क्या है सीरीज में है, तो कितना हो जाएगा 60, क्योंकि सीरीज में क्या करते हैं R1 प्लस R2 ऐड कर देते हैं। तो अगर हम यहाँ पे देखें, अगर इसका R इक्विवेलेंट, अगर डेट मीन्स इस सर्किट का इक्विवेलेंट देखें तो सिंपल ये सर्किट किस तरह बनेगा, इस टाइप से बनेगा। यहाँ पे देख रहे हैं कि आई करंट फ्लो हो रहा है एंड यहाँ पे 30 ओम एंड 60 ओम एक दूसरे क्या है पैरेलल है, तो यहाँ पे जो आएगा रेजिस्टेंस डेट मीन्स R इक्विवेलेंट वो कितना होगा, क्या लिख सकते हैं 60 इंटू 30 डिवाइडेड बाई 60 प्लस 30। डेट मीन्स यहाँ से कितना हो जाएगा 60 इंटू 30 डिवाइडेड बाई 93, डेट मीन्स कितना हुआ 20 ओम। डेट मीन्स यहाँ जो आर इक्विवेलेंट आया कितना है 20 ओम। तो अगर हम करंट देखें तो करंट इक्वल टू क्या हो जाएगा, 2 वोल्ट बैटरी है डिवाइडेड बाई हमने कितना आर इक्विवेलेंट 20 किया है, डेट मीन्स कितना हो जाएगा 1/10 एम्पियर। ये हमारा क्या हुआ आंसर हुआ। तो इनमें से 4 ऑप्शन गिवन है, इनमें से कौन सा ऑप्शन करेक्ट है, ऑप्शन नंबर जो सी है वो हमारा यहाँ पे करेक्ट दिख रहा है।
We have question is that in this circuit shown below the key is pressed at time t is equals to 0. Which of the following statements are corrected? We have several statements 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, and this is a circuit in which key is present in this side. This is an key and we call it switch. Okay, and this is voltage and this is ammeter and this is NVT stone bridge like configuration, and this is voltmeter and capacitance and resistance. Okay, so we find out the volume display 5 volt on as soon as the key press and display plus 5 volt after a long time. The voltmeter will be display 0 volt at time t in ln 2 seconds, and third is that the current in the ammeter become 1 upon e of the initial value after the 1 second, and the current in the ammeter becomes 0 after a long time. So we start firstly, let an instant q1 be charged in upper and q2 be charged on the lower capacitors. So we find out q1 and q2 of charging of capacitors. So we write down capacitor. Okay, so q1 is equals to the C1V1. Okay, so we write down 40 into 10 to the power minus 6. Okay, 6 bracket 1 minus e to the power minus t. Okay, and with multiply with 5. Okay, this is 5. So we write down q1 is equals to the 40 into 5, that is 200 into 10 to the power minus 6. Okay, 1 minus e to the power minus t. Okay, and according to the same condition, and we find out the q2 is equals to the 20 into 10 to the power minus 6 into 5, okay, bracket 1 minus e to the power minus t, that is 100 into 10 to the power minus 6, 1 minus e to the power minus t. Okay, and we applying the Ohm's law, using Ohm's law, that is V is equals to IR. We know that Ohm's law is basic rule, V is equals to the IR, and we have Q1 upon C, sorry, is equals to the R dQt upon dt. Okay, so putting the values of the into the formula, and we put all the values. Suppose this is having equation 1, we put all the values in equation 1, put all the values in equation 1. Okay, so we put this value, that is 200 into 10 to the power minus 6, 1 e to the power minus t divided by 40 into 10 to the power minus 6 is equals to the 50 into 10 to the power 3 dy dt, bracket 100 into 10 to the power minus 6, okay, 1 minus e to the power minus t. Okay, so that is equals to the, after the calculation, that is equals to the 10 e to the power minus t, that is equals to the 5, and e to the power minus t, that is equals to the 0.5, and t is equals to the ln 2. So the statement of B is corrected. According to this, statement 2 is corrected, B is corrected. Okay, let total current in circuit B. For finding the second statement, we find out the total current. Okay, so total current is I is equals to the I1 plus I2, and I is equals to d by dt 200 into 10 to the power minus 6, 1 minus e to the power t, bracket close, plus d by dt 100 into 10 to the power minus 6, 1 minus e to the power minus t, bracket close. Okay, this brackets close. So I is equals to the, after the calculation, that is 0.0003 e to the power minus t, and at t is equals to the 0, so we put t is equals to the 0, and I is equals to the 0.0003. okay, and t is equals to the 1, we put t is equals to the 1, that I is equals to the 0.0003 divided by E. So option C is corrected. According to this, at t is equals to the 0, current there will be potential across the voltmeter will be same as source voltage, only polarity will be reversed, so it will read minus 5 volt, and at a t is equals to the infinity, there will be no current in the circuit. T is equals to the infinity, no current in this circuit. Okay, no current in this circuit. So ideal voltmeter has a infinite resistance, so it will be read 5 volt. Means that ideal voltmeter ideal voltmeter has infinite resistance, so it will read positive 5 volt. For option A and D, you can simply use an analogy to find whether is correct or not. But for the other two options, you will have to written an equation and solve of them to doing basics too, but it's better to use formula for less complexity. So answer of this question is A, B and C, D is corrected because the current in the ammeter becomes 0 after a long time. Okay, we put the value, we find out the I, that is 0.0003 e to the power minus t, and the current in the ammeter becomes 0 after a long time. So we put this value like t is equals to the infinity because we don't know, so this value is 0, I is 0. Okay, and the voltmeter display -5 as soon as the key pressed and display 5 volt. So in this way only positive 5 volts showing. So option A, B, C, D, all these options are correct.